Everyone, Dr. Adam Graves here, Christy Chanel, our blog newsletter writer. Today we're going to talk about relationships and patience. So I've had a lot of patients that aren't used to being this much time with their family. I've had patients that spouses used to travel and now they don't travel. Close quarters, high stress. How do we deal with this? You want me to talk? Oh. Oh, you made an appearance.
Relationship.
Yeah.
Hi, we're here to talk about stress. Yeah, I'm going to order lunch.
Okay.
But I just want to say hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, yeah, we're having fun. Okay, so relationships. Well, I see this thing as, yeah, it's tough. Stress either causes relationships to grow closer or relationships to fall apart. So I think when two independent people, which in my opinion is a healthy relationship, we don't want to be codependent. We want to be individual and kind of interdependent. When we start to be self-quarantined or self-isolated, we start to lose that independence and sense of self, which is a hard adjustment for everybody.
Can you describe a little bit more what being codependent is?
Yeah, codependent would be I'm only okay if you're okay.
Oh.
So when you're okay, then I'm okay. So like if you have a spouse that's anxious or depressed, it's hard for you to be okay if they're upset or angry, where it should be like, okay, I understand you're struggling with something. I'm here to talk about it with you. I'm here to give you space. I'm here to help you through it. But I'm also, as an individual, I'm not responsible for your emotional well-being. Everybody's responsible for their own emotional well-being.
Wow, that's a good one.
Is that helpful?
It is, and I think that's hard. That's something for everyone to remember, because it can get very easy to get wrapped up in that. Yeah, and take on the emotions of your spouse or your kids at this point too.
Well, yeah, especially when we're all in close proximity. So I recommend, people spending, if they need quiet time, locking themselves in the bedroom for an afternoon and saying, I need my fill up time, or going on a walk by yourself, but trying to hold on to as much independence as we can while we're in close proximity. And I think communication is key, like everybody talking about how they're feeling about going on today, what would help in situations, what one thing we can do together as a family that can be fun today. We all got to work, but every afternoon we're either going to go on a walk or a bike ride or a fun day, something that we can do together, and then also something we have time alone as individuals.
I think that's so important. And one of the things that I'm at least noticing with my kids is to give them space as well. Mm-hmm. That they don't need to be around me all the time, at least at this age that they are, and that I've given them a code word. They've come up with the word, and when they say it, they can say it up to a few times a week, that no questions asked, they can just go and have their own space. Yeah. So if I've asked them to do something, to clean something or to do some homework, I have to remember that it's not just me that's stressed during this time too, that it's also my kids.
Yeah, and they're kind of confused, and they're probably not used to having mom and dad home all the time working. Most of the time when mom and dad are home, it's a vacation or something. So yeah, it just takes time for our brain and psyches to adjust. And in anything, I think we can develop tools that help us adjust in healthy ways, or we can get stuck in our unhealthy patterns and suffer. So that's what I'm always trying to help people do is shift that paradigm. How do we shift from struggling and suffering to how do we at least cope and make the best out of this situation?
And what would you say to couples who are really struggling or fighting a lot through all of this? What would you say to them?
I think get help. I'm always reach out to help. I mean, there's plenty of family counselors, marriage counselors that are standing by that could easily do Zoom or Skype, and really just help adults develop some better coping skills, whether that's, physical activity, verbal communication, processing their own emotions and sitting with emotions, taking responsibility for ourselves. So this is, we've had years of none of us having extra time, right? We're
Yeah.
all hustling, we're hustling. There's never enough time. Now all of a sudden we have all this time. So why not use it as an advantage? Like, okay, I may not be able to make a lot of money this time, but I can invest in my relationships and my communication skills during this time.
That's great.
So there's lots of opportunity there, in my opinion. Is it easy? No, it's not easy, man. I don't like to sugarcoat anything, but it's doable, in my opinion. So
Any other tips you have?
no, just hang in there, reach out for help, don't get stuck, everybody, we're all here to help. I think we're all in this together. I think even though we're separated, we're all together, and try to just continue to remember that.
And also that if you do need someone to reach out to, you have had patients that are having relationship challenges that have reached out to you, and you're helping. So you're a great resource as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I might not be able to help them, but I'm at least able to connect them with people I know and trust that do good work.
Great. Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, you bet. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.